Alright, balik po tayo. Ito naman, what do you think of what the President said dito about the death penalty? That he pushed for the death penalty at sabi niya, in the Philippines, it's really an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Maybe for a period of 6 years.
No,
But after that, no. We should do away with death penalty after 6 years. And it's an interim solution
Kasi,
to
alam
grave
mo,
problems.
part of our culture yan eh. Sa Mindanao, for example, yung tinatawag nating rido. Yung balikan ng lahat ng mga tribo or against each other. Sa Ilocos, ganun din ang pamumuhay. Pag dalawang grupo nag-away, itong taon na ito, may mamamatay dito. The next year, yung kabila. Balikan yan, nagiging generational.
Ray, it can be done. I'll cite to you my town, where my father was mayor for about 20 years. At the beginning, we were like that. We're like Corsica. You kill a member of my family, I'll kill a member of your family. Continuing.
Walang nagsusumbong sa pulis.
When my father became mayor of our town, he established law and order. So it can be done. On a micro level, expanded to the macro level. It can be done. Because the impossible things are only in the mind. It's only in the mind.
Alright, ito nagtatanong naman, 0975-345-7262. Sir, shall barangay ang SK elections be held come October this year? Anong tingin mo?
Sabi
Mukhang
nila,
ayaw nila eh.
ayaw nila. You know, to me, frankly, that's on my path, that's my theory. I don't believe we should elect barangay officials.
Pero kasi alam mo, ang take ko dyan,
No, I don't believe in that.
I agree with you because natuto lang yung mga kabataan na mga kalokohan ng mga politiko ang aga-aga pa.
Pag nanakaw, maka at magnanakaw na makapal ang mga mukha pa. You know,
They develop yung tradpole habits, ang bilis.
a culture. It develops into a culture. No? My concept of a barangay, maybe really for a period of about 6 years, appoint the capable barangay manager.
Sino pakikinggan ng presidente dyan?
Yung barangay manager nga, the barangay manager appoints the committee on the one who can head peace and order, whose attention is peace and order and security of the barangay. Education, monitors whether everybody is going to school.
Pero saan manggagaling ang rekomendasyon kung sino i-appoint dyan? Puro mga problema yung nakapaligid.
Kaya nga, Ray, that's my recommendations, Secretary of Justice, because this guy who has formulated already a theory, the whole structure of how the revolutionary government should be configured and how it's going to be implemented has already it in his hand.
Ayun, so
then the president can be guided properly.
Alright, tungkol naman sa mining. Duterte said mining companies will face steep taxes if they do not spend enough on rehabilitating areas that host their operations.
I agree. They should really be asked to rehabilitate. Why should the resources of this country wasted for a select few? The wealth of this country should not only be in the hands of the upper class, of the oligarchs. It should be distributed to the community, like this. No, just give me a chance.
Yeah, go ahead.
For instance, labor, the labor force. At the end, my concept, at the end of the year, 10% of the net profit of the company should go to labor. Should go to labor. And the structure of the corporate structure, there should be a member, 1 or 2, if it's 7, maybe have 2 members of the board of directors in the formulation of policy. So that we'll have no more strikes. After all, they represented them already.
I will tell you something. Now, I have gotten a little older from where I was.
Yes.
But when I used to be president of PCI Bank, I amended the articles of incorporation of that bank so that 15% of the annual net profits would be distributed to the employees.
Bully for you.
And I was the only one that did that.
Bully for you. Mine is only 10. Yours is 15.
15%.
I agree with you. I will rewrite my theory on that matter. It should be 15, not just 10.
Okay. Ngayon, there are ways by which you can ensure the rehabilitation of areas. And the way that I think, kuro-kuro ko lang naman ito pwedeng magawa, you require the company, depending on the nature or type of their operation, to put up a bond from a reputable insurance company, local or international, that will guarantee that when they cease operation or every 5 years, they begin a process of rehabilitation as they move their operation from place to place. But that is going to be put in there, and the values that have to be put in there have to be put in such a way that it is always adequate for the total rehabilitation.
Yeah, it's
madali.
no other putting than that is enforcement, Ray. No? We have laws here for replanting of trees in the timber areas. No, they never enforce it. That's why we have a lot of floods in Mindanao and many other places.
Bumabalik na naman ito into the oversight of government over mining operations. You cannot tell them pay your taxes. I have to inspect them to ensure that they pay their taxes.
Of course.
And that yung plan for rehabilitation nila is credible, it is well funded, and it can be relied upon and confiscated if the mining company does not fulfill its obligation.
Yeah, of course.
And, you may still also, in your mining law, put some kind of penalty on the company as well as some of the responsible executives if they do not comply.
I agree with you. As a matter of fact, in this country, our problem really is simplification of laws. We have a constitution which could only be understood by jurists, by lawyers. A constitution is written for the ordinary citizen.
To understand.
To understand. The law should be written in that manner. When I studied law in legal hermeneutics, avoid legalists. Simplify everything.
You know, in the States, that is already applicable. On all contracts, for example, or anything legal, it must be written in simple English.
That's the contracts that we prepare. You know, people prepare a 10-page contract. We prepare a 2-page contract. Why the heck?
Well, yun nga ang nagiging masyadong lucrative sinecure ang law. From 09...
Maybe we should kill all the lawyers like what Shakespeare said. Not in the physical sense. In the figurative sense.
0916-972-2843. Good evening, Attorney Bono and Sir Ray. This is Jojo Bukidnon. Hindi matutupad nga mga pangarap ni Presidente kasi marami ang mga kalaban niya katulad ni Trillanes at Joma Sison. Hanggat hindi tayo magkakaisa, walang pagbabagong mangyayari.
Alam mo, Jojo, at the beginning, hindi talaga magkakaisa ang bansa. Everywhere in the world, we have to begin somewhere without the people being united. There will always be voices. That's why I'm recommending a revolutionary government, because during that period of 6 years, there will be no opposition.
I think maybe that point is the more telling point, no? Mahirap maging presidente under a system where you can be stymied wherever you turn.
Yeah, the barnacles are there. What can you do? The ship of state cannot navigate well because you have permanent barnacles.
Napakadaming nakakapit sa hull ng barko.
Mas malaki pa kaysa body ng vessel. So, paano tayo makatravel well? Kaya nga, the president should now, if he wants to really establish a revolutionary government, get the best and the brightest in this country. Ask who are those who have already formulated the plan.
That, unfortunately, is always a matter of opinion, no? Who are the best and the brightest. Some are more acknowledged than others, no? That's the problem.
You know, Ray, in the university where I come from, we set the parameters and we know who are the best and the brightest.
Ang hirap naman siya, napakalaki ng bias mo for University of the Philippines.
Yes, because it has helped made me what I am today. You know, the University of the Philippines, pardon me for saying this, when I was being oriented to study liberal arts, I entered as an entrance scholar because I was valedictorian of our high school. Sabi niya, the University of the Philippines is organized for the following purposes: to promote the tradition of excellence in all fields of human activity, to promote and preserve the aristocracy of the mind, and third is to train excellent national and community leaders. I still believe that these are the operational standards. No? If we have to build a better country. I'm sorry, I have bias, as you say.
Yeah. From 0926-850-3961. You know what big problem in our country is? There are so many who are questioning the plans of the president, but the truth is they are just discouraging instead of helping.
Yeah, these people will keep on saying that because we're operating within the context of a system that's failed.
Alam mo, not so much the question that's failed, because I think the cause of many of the difficulties we have is because we have a system of government that is populist in character, rather than looking for the best ideas, even if it's unpopular.
That's the problem. Here, the president espouses beautiful ideas, beautiful ideals. Congress does not do it. The courts do not do it. Even the members of the cabinet do not do it. So how can the president succeed? That's why now is the time. If I were the president, I'm not presuming that.
Dapat meron siyang tinatawag natin dito na
bullwhip.
Bullwhip. Meron siyang bastonero dito eh.
He needs one.
To make sure that the members of the cabinet are doing exactly what they're doing. Yeah. Which brings me to a point that's very important.
Yeah,
what did you think about, or what do you think about the cessation of all negotiations with JOMA and the NPA?
All negotiations with JOMA. My recommendation there at the very beginning is you don't negotiate with failed forces. You negotiate with the people in the field. Where did I learn that? During the time of Marcos, Secretary of Public Works and Communication, was a brilliant lawyer, was my client and my friend, Antonio Raquisa. He was asking how to solve the MNLF problem and the problem of the PKP, Partido Comunista ng Pilipinas. I said, first, in the case of MNLF or any organization, you approach the leaders in the field. And approach the leaders in the field, what are their needs? You know what happened there? What Raquisa did? Noor had to fly to Libya because he had no more leaders that would implement his general plans. In the case of the PKP, approach the leaders in the field, and Marcos was able to bring to his fold the PKP leadership. It can't be done by just talking with 1, 2, 3 persons who are saying that they command the troops when they don't command the troops anymore. You see,
and they have admitted it. JOMA certainly admitted that. But we have to pause for a few reminders. Babalik po kami, huwag kayong mawawala.